My name is Michael Hyatt, and I'm a member of Southside Presbyterian Church, this beautiful kiva right here. I'm a volunteer with Humane Borders and Samaritans. I started doing that work about 9 years ago, and I was reminded very early on about the parable of the Samaritan and how it applies to the work that we do as humanitarians in the southern Arizona desert. This is where many migrants die every year trying to cross, both men, women, and even children these days. Let me tell you about what happened one day on a Humane Borders trip. We were up in the Ironwood National Forest servicing water tanks. We approached one that's called Little Ranch, and we noticed right away there was somebody lying on the ground, a body. We didn't know if this person was dead or alive. We were shocked. We hadn't witnessed this sort of thing before. As we drove towards this figure lying in the shadow of a saguaro, it was June, it was a very hot day, all of a sudden it moved. And we were pleased, but we didn't know what to expect. And a woman got up. It turned out that she had been driving in the area. Her car broke down. This is a couple of days before. She had no food or water. She started walking. It's barren out in this desert. I mean, there's just all kinds of stickery things everywhere, cactus, and the trees are full of thorns. It's a dangerous area. Suddenly, she spotted the Humane Borders flag. It was 40 feet up in the air, and it had just been placed there 5 days prior when the licensing agreement with the government allowed us to put a water station there. Thank goodness she'd spotted it, and we'd had the opportunity to put in the water tank because she spotted it and suddenly there was water. The interesting thing about it was she's an American. She was not a migrant passing through the desert like so many that we know about and sometimes come upon. She was an American woman who was lost in the desert, and if it hadn't been for us coming along that day, she probably would have died. We got her into town and she survived. Almost 2 years later, I was in the same area, about a mile from this location, a mile as the crow flies, when we discovered the body of a Mexican migrant. Decomposed, a horrifying sight. There's nothing like it. Very troubling. Only a mile from a water station. The man had come so far, and yet he didn't see the flag, and he perished, devoured by animals. I'm reminded of the parable once again of the Good Samaritan and how we were able to help this woman, but we didn't get there in time to help this man. And this experience reminds me daily of the work that we do and how important it is and how we need to continue doing it. Therefore, my New Year's resolution is to continue to work towards taking death out of the migration equation and hopefully get our Congress to move towards some kind of reform that keeps families united and makes it easier for workers who want to come up just to work for seasonal farm work or whatever to come over and go home and be with their families, which is what they really want to do. Do something in your community if you can, in your church, to work with us to help solve this terrible crisis.